Ever feel like something's watching you? Do you enjoy the sounds that make your skin crawl? Welcome, brave souls, to Haunted Echoes. Are you ready? Grab your headphones, dim the lights, and let's journey into the world of the paranormal, the unexplained, and the downright terrifying. Reddit, with its countless subreddits and plethora of users, is a haven for the curious and bored alike. But like any vast expanse of virtual wilderness, there are dark corners that remain uncharted, or so I thought. One fateful night, with insomnia as my companion, I stumbled across a link to a subreddit called r in the Shadows. At first glance, it seemed like any other conspiracy or mystery subreddit. Posts with titles like "Government Secrets You Won't Believe" or "Real Photos of Creatures Unknown to Science" dominated the front page. However, as I scrolled, a pattern began to emerge. Many of the posts were geotagged to my city and, even more unsettling, my very neighborhood. Dismissing it as a mere coincidence, I clicked on one titled, "Have You Seen This Man?" It was a simple post, just a sketch of a man. But the face sent shivers down my spine. The eyes were hollow and seemed to pierce through the screen, and the expression was eerily placid. The comments below were filled with users exclaiming their recognition of the face. "I've seen him in my dreams," one user wrote. "He stands at the foot of my bed just watching," another claimed. The more I read, the more terrified I became. I tried to close the browser, but my computer froze. Panic gripped me as the screen went black except for those haunting eyes. Suddenly, a message appeared. "Welcome to the club." The next morning, as the sun's rays cast away the terrors of the night, I tried to dismiss the events as the result of a tired mind playing tricks on me. But as I left for work, my elderly neighbor called out to me, "Hey, is everything okay? I saw a man standing outside your window last night." Feeling a sinking pit in my stomach, I asked her to describe the man. Her description matched the sketch perfectly. Weeks passed, and I began to notice odd occurrences. My belongings would be out of place, doors left ajar, and the sense of being watched became unbearable. I decided to dig deeper into r in the Shadows. It wasn't just a forum for sharing creepy stories, but a support group for people being haunted by the entity from the sketch. The deeper I dove, the more I found. Users theorized that r in the Shadows was not merely a subreddit, but a cursed portal. Once you see the man, he becomes a part of your reality. Desperate for a solution, I reached out to a user named Luminary Eyes who claimed to have rid himself of the phantom's torment. After exchanging a series of messages, he agreed to meet. We met at a dimly lit cafe. He was an average-looking man, mid-30s, but his eyes held a weariness that betrayed years of torment. "You need to delete your account," he whispered, glancing around as if expecting the specter to materialize. "That's it?" I asked incredulously. "It's not about Reddit," he said. "It's about your connection to it. By participating in that subreddit, you've allowed it into your world. But if you sever the connection, he can't find you." Following his advice, I deleted my account. For days I lived in a state of heightened paranoia, but as weeks turned to months, the disturbances lessened. Eventually, they stopped entirely. A year passed, and life returned to normal. Until one day, while scrolling through my new Reddit account, a familiar name caught my eye: Luminary Eyes. The post was titled, "I'm sorry," and it read, "If you're reading this, know that it wasn't enough to delete the account. He came back, and he's angry. I thought I was free, but I was wrong. Stay away from r in the Shadows." The screen blinked, and for a split second, those haunting eyes stared back at me. The curse, it seemed, was not so easily broken. And now, as I type this from a cafe, glancing around at every face, wondering if the next person who walks in will be him, I have one plea. If you ever come across ER in the Shadows, scroll past. Some doors, once opened, cannot be closed. I hope you liked tonight's creepy stories. If you enjoyed this video or if you want more, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly horror stories that'll send chills down your spine. Good night. If you dare,